Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's, I don't know. Let's get to it. Just gotta click a few things here and get on our merry way. I'm on day 9 already. I think I got a little bit more than an hour today, so maybe we can goof around with a couple things, but got a wall of questions that came in overnight for stuff, and I'll have to see when I can make some time to also do that. What do we want to do? Let's go just find something to chop up for a little bit, and then we can kind of figure out what to do from there. Samples. Let's go weird. Let's see what's an experimental, because I don't know. I got a fair amount of stuff. Toys always has like some really fun sounds in it, but the problem's going to be they're not necessarily well, we don't always know what the scale and root notes are and stuff. Weird. I must have tapped the screen. It must be assigned to not go with that. Let's go back to experimental. I don't know. Endless Flow sometimes has some cool stuff. Start with beats. Oh, I kind of dig that. That was the thing I noticed with some of these older expansion sets, or like loop libraries and stuff. It's like somebody recorded a bunch of sounds and then just changed the patterns a little bit, and you're like, they sometimes just keep sounding the same. You're like, oh, didn't I already hear this one? But I mean, you get that with the new stuff people are doing too. But so I mean, it can be helpful for stringing them together, but if you're looking for a lot of variations in content, it can be hard to find it. Let's load it to the pool. Kind of like some of the panning on this one. Might not be able to hear it. Kind of dig that. Try that. All right, we got enough beat material to mess around with here. Let's see if threshold. Not quite right, but we'll just do it. The start point. Should probably put 0 snap on. Hey, Colonel. I'm doing good. How about yourself? It's 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. It's a little chilly, but I'll survive. Should be close enough to do something with if we do anything. This one might do okay with regions. Close enough. Probably a good candidate for threshold. I just have to say, I'm happy I got the Biasi track done last night. I didn't think I was going to finish it. That's good enough. I got probably got too many drums anyway. I think we're gonna get rid of this one. I like it, but I don't think we need more. We have like so much. We can delete this drum track. Delete track. The stem export does work. Yeah, as long as you hit the free pad, you can still get in. It can be really fiddly because you have to remember then to kind of keep tapping free pads, and then the slices end up back in the middle. So it is very easy to lose track of where you're at, and having to be like, oh no, I was on pad 7 and I just created 8, 9, 10, and 11, even though you might be on the next page at some point. And yeah, because if you're going to keep doing the chops, it can be a pain because you're like, if you have like 15 filled in here and then you add in 2 more, now you're going to have to start moving to other pages to get at them. So it can be fiddly, but if you're just dealing with I don't know, 1, maybe 2 pages of chops, it's not too bad to kind of do it. You can also, I can go back in here. So you can also, while it's playing, if you're in trim mode, you can hit the slice plus if you didn't know that. So you can tap the pad, just hit slice plus, and it'll just keep adding it. You can do it in rhythm. I kind of like using the pads a little bit better because you can tell a bit more when you're tapping it. But you can absolutely use the screen. And if you don't know this, you can hold shift and you get slice minus, which will remove the slice that you're currently on and append or it'll basically assume the start point for that slice from the previous chop. So you can get pretty quick at it. Man. Yeah. Is it Big E Tower, Big One Tower? I mean, I do have stem separation down here. I can show you real quick. Let's go find something that I know is easy to get to. Yeah, some of this stuff. So we've got like this combination, like it's got like a whole bunch of elements going on. We can load this to the pool and go to, I believe it's sample edit, right? Yeah, combination. So from here, as long as I'm in trim mode, I can go process, go to create stems. Now there's no vocals in here, and you never quite know where the stem separation tool is going to put stuff as you do it, but we'll do vocals, bass, drums, and other. I actually think that this is an interesting way to get. I think it's more an interesting effect sometimes than actually doing the stem separation, because especially on the MPC, you really only want to be doing this on like seconds worth. Like I would not do this with a whole track because it'll take forever. You can already see like how long this is taking with what, like a 6 or 8 second clip. So it's not a fast process, but it does sometimes get you interesting artifacts in the sound when you do the stem separation that I think people are kind of, I don't want to say sleeping on it, but maybe part of me wonders if like 10 or 15 years from now, people are gonna be like, the stem separation on the Akai MPC is like amazing because it just adds like these weird tones. But we're almost done here. So this is going to be like what you'd get for normal stem separation. The quality is much lower than something like the Ultimate Vocal Remover tool or some of the other paid for stuff. But you can see here, I now have the original combination. I've now got bass. I'll turn it up a little. Like it sounds really muffled. But you can hear like weird sounds coming in. So be able to have something like this where you can come in and chop it up, maybe do some interesting stuff. It is going to do exactly what you'd expect it to for stem separation. So if you play all 4 of them together, it's going to sound pretty much like the same thing. But here's like the drums. So, and like you can see, like this is much more easy to chop up or do something with. You may end up just getting like some drums or something out of it. This other is going to be like the muddy mess where you can hear you've got a pad, you got an arpeggiator, and like other stuff that's kind of leaking in. And then we can see here there's like nothing on vocals. I can turn it up. There's a tiny bit here. I don't even know if you can hear any of that. I can hear it in the headphones, but like if we go process and normalize, we'll do it. You can see like really weird waveforms. Almost just sounds like a tone. But you could probably do something interesting with this. Like chop that up, do something with it. But going back again, like this is the original track. Oop, one more. So I don't know. I'm going to delete all these because I don't think this is anywhere I'm going to go for these, but hopefully it gives you like a sense of like, if you haven't seen it, like in the MPC, kind of what it is, how it works, what the speed of it is. I'd say it's not, I put it in the, it's a nice to have, but not something I'm probably going to run to a lot of times. Uh-oh, what happened here? Did I lose a chop? I think I did. I probably did a load on top of the Okay, so we got to get back here, and I got to tell it what slice to use. And 26,559. No, 13,594. Start 13,594. Do it. Well, like a nice. I don't know, let's kind of go with this, maybe. That wasn't quite right. I don't know. I think I'm going into weird or different beat territory, but all right, let's see. I don't know, that might be a little too harsh. Try this one. Go into effects and a low pass. Let's do a low pass filter. Just to bring it down a little bit. All right, so I'm going to need to make this poly. The beta certainly has some issues to it. The one that's biting me the most is if you're going to use sequence mode, or if you're going to use sequences, you can create multiple sequences, which is great. When you go into song mode, if you add the same sequence into a song 2 times, it messes up all of your mutes that you may have programmed. So if you're using track mute, it's going to hose you. I don't think it's cool. It's kind of annoying. I hope they fix it, but we'll have to wait and see. This one I want a high pass filter on because let me get rid of that low end. Let's make this 4 bars. Start playing around a little bit more. I don't want it to be straight, I don't think. Or let's nudge here. Yeah, so we'll want to shift this one either over or earlier. Probably do some timing correct in a second too. This one, let's high pass it as well. that one. We're gonna need poly. Let's see. I kind of feel like I don't know. We'll go for a little bit. 55. Let's try 55. It's like a little bit of swing. All right, we got some kind of rhythm going here. Let's see what we want for some more weird experimental stuff. Twine had like some really cool ambient. Like, I don't know, do we need to go melodic all the time? Probably not. That was kind of fun. I don't even know how this is a piano. That's a piano going through like a morphogene and a bunch of other torture. I mean, it's before morphogene existed, so. Weird. I don't know. Let's load the grain drone out of that. That one seemed kind of fun. See what we got for weird bass lines. That was kind of fun with like the gated delay or something. We're taking that. I'll just load this in. Could go drone layers. I'm gonna load it just in case. I don't know, that seems super cool. I want to work with that organ bass first. Let's go find it. I'm not confident thresholds are going to get us all the way there. I think that's as tight as I'm going to be able to get that. Let's convert it. Let's see. think I need to flip the last two for what I was trying to go for. Maybe I should have that. See how this goes. Doing that. Nudge this back. No, maybe that just shouldn't be there. I'm curious what things were G sharp major. It's possible. Try and keep that in mind. And that's too muddy. We might be able to EQ it, but not sure. Let's try regions 8. For some reason, it seems like it should be 7-ish. We'll just try and get this in. Maybe it's 6. Definitely didn't help any. So this is where I'm going to hold shift and slice to remove the slice, and then we'll, there's 6. Just for giggles, let's go region 6. That one comes in like a tiny bit early. I don't know, let's convert it, and we're going to want to do a little bit of envelope work here. Give like a bit more there. Give it a little more decay should be good. I don't even know if this is going to work well or not. E minor. Some of these sound like the same, so I don't know. We'll try. It's too much. Pitching it. Let's go. Let's just try going up. I'll get it 13. I don't know. Maybe it's not working. I think they're all maybe a bit loud. We can drop the automation down. Honestly, I don't know, it's just not fully working for me. We've gone in such a different direction, I don't think most of these are helping anymore. Well, I'm going to keep that just in case. We're going to delete this. Need that, need that, need that. Delete it. Green drone is gone. All right. Guess we're back to fishing here. Let's see what else we got. Melodics. It's another one that sounds like it's too much low end, maybe, but E, F, G. Trim regions. Maybe we can get that in there. Let's see. This, I don't know, I'm just deleting this track. I'm going to delete it. It's going. No, I can't even hear it. It's too low. Darn. All right, deleted. Go back to the sample editor, get rid of some more of this stuff. I might just, maybe I just load some instruments and goof around from there. Bell drone, goodbye. Because I could filter this down, but I don't know, I like the sound of it. All right, let's see if we can get G sharp major. Or was it minor? G sharp major. All right. Let's go find a plugin. Try Jura. I'm just trying to like add like just a little bit to see if we can just squeeze a little bit in here, because that bass is doing quite a bit. Organs is probably not a good choice. Let's go oak. A mini D. We want like a... We just need things that are... We need some stuff that's going to cut through a little. Start with simple leads. Now we're getting this weird... Not so... I want something bitier. Maybe diode on this? I don't know. Yep, getting all twisted up here. Good morning, man. How you doing? Just gotta check something real quick. On the job. Yeah, trying to get a bunch of stuff going here. This is almost like a, I don't know, at this point, kind of made it into a lead, I guess. I kind of dig the sound. Synth, yeah, we got organ bass. I don't know, like, do we want like some weird, I guess we kind of mute a few things out and just kind of see where we're at. I think there's room for like another part or two. I don't know how grungy I want to go here. Yeah, Damon. The thing, the song mode is the one that is the toughest for me. I've tried taking one track and recording multiple track mutes and then kind of doubling, record some different track mutes and stuff. Things that were super easy to do in MPC 2, firmware 2. It's like I was doing it on stream yesterday. It was terrible. So I'm not saying like overall firmware 3 is terrible, but there's just certain things that just don't work as well as they used to. I could be doing some things wrong too, so hard to say. I don't know. I feel like I could go fishing for samples one more time here. See like if we got any weird. Not into any of the background noises. So cheesy.
CGI.
Sounds like...
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other.
So,
whatever.
Oh man, this thing's still going.
Be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital being.
His affect is a little much, but I don't know, just humor me. I wonder if playing that across the whole thing would be probably just be silly. We'll do just do a drum track menu here. Actually, go to the browser. We could do sample assign and just drag it over. Oh, that is very long though.
Think of this streaming data text as
So,
a kind of
I want some effects here.
about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search
I don't know if I'm going to stick with distortion, but I just wanted to hear. It's too much for the distortion.
That comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine. That comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine. That comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this.
I don't know. I want to.
Data text as a kind of.
Let's try distortion, but see if we get some. That's quite bad.
Search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text.
I should go flavor and do like radio or gramophone or something.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie.
Let's go.
A search engine.
Filter.
Comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine.
It's a little too much.
Comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie.
Let's try bandpass.
Search engine. Comes across. Think of this streaming data text as a kind of.
Nah, I can't do bandpass. It's too much. Let's open it back up.
This streaming data text as a kind of.
We do high pass. Have we gotten weird enough, guys? Or is this too normal still? You get really weird and throw it through granulator.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine.
So I think to get this to work, to play, if we're going to play the whole thing, we need to double the length and get rid of that. We can still kind of mess with it. So I'm thinking like this Vox part might just play, either be like an intro or just do it in the middle. I'm not trying to like have it repeat over and over again. I'm just trying to get it to see where it sounds good. Let's start wow. Granulator does not want to let go of that. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to duplicate this or copy the sequence, not duplicate it. We'll just make a intro and we can record in some automation or I don't know, kind of let it go. And then I can add in a few, like some drums or something like halfway. We'll go copy the sequence to main and then just do like an outro. Like I'm not gonna sweat this too much. Copy sequence to outro. And then we'll just kind of, doing this, I can kind of split the difference between, I can then move it into song mode. So because I'm not going to duplicate any of this, it will just be intro, main, outro. I won't be duplicating any of the sequences in the sequencer, just be 3 sequences. And we can record the automation or whatever we want into from here.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of...
I don't know if that's too much. Maybe we don't want to start with the bass.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that...
We probably are going to have... What I think the other thing I think I'll do is I'll probably let this keep talking into the main section and then just not have it play any more notes instead of muting it, so that it'll just keep playing this. Because if I mute it, it's going to do an audio mute and it won't have the wash go into the next section. At least that's what I'm imagining. So we want to go to Vox. We're going to want to delete this note, just cut it out. Do the same thing on the outro. Just delete it. That way I don't have to worry about modifying the sequence or muting it. So let's just see if it works.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of...
And I think I'll pull back the wet. Make this a little bit more dry. Yeah, like 9% sounds better. Oh, I didn't switch. Darn it. So I'm expecting to keep playing.
Comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital media. A book, the ultimate sin scripture.
I don't know, this is a weird song structure. So let me try it. I can use the arranger. I usually just do stuff the more manual way. But I mean, yeah, I can certainly go here and kind of goof around. Unless they changed it, though, it doesn't do the Ableton, or not Ableton, the Akai Force style where you can kind of put multiple clips. Or at least haven't gotten used to it yet. So I need to keep playing around, but we'll get there.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. Think of this.
So I think we'll do that. We'll then go into the main part here. We'll unmute everything. And then, I don't know, outro, I'll start figuring out what we're going to do to drop out. It's not, like if I go into the arranger here, what's the easier way to do this? So you can see it. If I go arrange, like you'll see it, but it doesn't give you like the clips where you can kind of be like, this is 2 bars and then extend it out. It has like everything in it. Where you can see like all the notes. It's fine. It's nice. It's handy, but it doesn't work quite the same way. So I don't know if they're going to bring it over or not. So I'm on the MPC far more comfortable working in grid mode and like the track mute and stuff. So, I don't know, do that. Maybe we'll drop out a couple of the beats here. Let's see how this goes. We'll play it.
Streaming data text as a kind of movie that comes across to the user
I might have accidentally written in
portal
some of that automation.
whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional
So we need to go to
creating
organic base.
in the new media economy. A book about digital being. A book, the ultimate
Yeah, and this is where it gets annoying to me because normally what I would do, because I think they used to have like you could have like the spot where you could move between tracks real quick. I have to keep going to main to come back out and then either do like the track plus or minus here, or I mean you can go into Arranger. Let me do what I was going to do first, and I'll show you. So we don't have any mutes. I don't know why it's got weird mutes. Anyway, if you go to Arrange, you can like pick a different one, and then you can go back to Grid. But I don't know. I just haven't gotten the habit of doing that yet. So get that muted. Okay. Oh, I went all the way back to sequence 1, not intro. That's why I'm confused.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of
So from here, we'll move to main.
search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new.
I feel like there's too much stuff here. Maybe we don't want to drop into everything. Maybe we start and kind of move around. So we'll start here. Or not. Because it's now baked in. This is where I was fighting yesterday, is the automation starts getting like baked in with this, which is, it's fine. But I can't, like if I come in and record it, you can see it's like as soon as I start it, it's immediately adding it, and that's getting confused and like adding the mutes in. So now I get to go do all this mess where I get to feel like I'm fighting the MPC, because you can see here, so it's got the track mute turned off, and then it comes back in. It's just this thing gets like, it gets gnarly. Then, okay, we'll do this. I didn't even use this track, so there's no reason to mute or unmute it. Let's maybe it will add in some flourishes after with this track. We can do something fun. Okay, brain. We want to go to this track, erase automation, because we just don't want anything in there. Back to mute. It's stuck there. It's baked in now. Do we maybe? Okay. This is going to be another one of fighting this thing. This is where I wonder like how much Akai fully uses some of these things, or maybe, as I said, I could be doing this stuff wrong, but this feels bad because now I gotta start doing all this weird, a lot of editing. It doesn't stay where I was just editing, so I have to keep scrolling back through. It just feels annoying. Back to grid, lead, back in. This is the point where I usually, like what I've been doing for like some of the off-stream stuff, or like some of like the beat battles or other like flip challenges, I've just been like, I'll get to having a bunch of stems. I'll just export it, just do all the work in Ableton because it's so much faster for me. But, you know, trying to force myself, like doing these like track a day just to like use a piece of gear and figure out how to get it to happen. So, all right, so we got this, we're writing. Because I will definitely not learn how to do this if I don't force myself to do it. Otherwise, I'll just be complaining all the time that MPC firmware 2 is better, but it has less features, which sometimes is better, but they've just changed stuff, so you gotta know. I think we want... This is the main. I don't want to... And we only get 24 bars, so it's fine. We have everything playing at that point. We're going to dump into outro thinking. We should probably... There's got to be a better way to do this. Because I'm just going to hit the same problem. I'm going to try and record in track mutes, and it's like it's already there, so I'm going to be muting, unmuting stuff. I think we go out with the bass, and to make that happen, let's just start by dropping the lead. Go to track mute. The lead is just going to be gone out of the outro. I also think there's something weird going on. What is making that noise? It's not synth. I do want the synth actually to still be on for this, so let's go fix that one. Turn track mutes off. Where's my head at here? Coming out. I kind of... So this is where it gets weird. This one doesn't... These two don't have automation on them. So it's possible when I started doing this, I accidentally wrote automation to a couple of the tracks before I copied them. But some of them have automation. I don't know, like... I have to go back and check the recording. I don't know if I did this to myself or there's something weird in how this has been coded up. Like, I don't know. With that, we've got the lead out. So I'm just going to start thinking about what do we pull out? If you saw there, it did not like that track mute on the synth. It undid it, which is super annoying. But again, it may have taken a double tap. I don't know. Like, this is irritating, but let's try it. So I think the next thing I need to do, we'll go to song mode. I'll just put the three together and then write it out as a new sequence. And then we can start playing around with a little bit more automation. Then I can call it a day, I guess. I'm going to go here. So I learned what, like last week or the week before, somebody was mentioning when you're, and I forgot that it does this, but if you tap record, you can just tap in whatever sequences you want into the song mode, so you don't have to keep hitting insert and doing weird stuff. So this will play it from start to finish, and then I can go convert sequence, convert it out. We'll make it to a new sequence here that has nothing in it. We'll include the muted tracks. Yeah, we'll include them. Do it. So we now have sequence 5. Actually, we don't need to record on.
Think of this streaming
So this will be like the whole thing.
kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. The dysfunctional logic of creating
So what I want to do now
value in the new media economy.
is see, like, the bass is probably way too loud.
A book, the ultimate
Lead's probably a bit loud. I'm just trying to pull some of these down.
streaming data text is
I gotta undo that. Because what I just did, I accidentally recorded all of this automation. So I'm gonna go back, convert it back. Just do it. We'll do it to a new one. What I need to do, if I'm gonna go do the mix level, try and get mix levels, I have to turn this from write to read mode so I don't accidentally record volume automation, which will drive me nuts trying to do this. It's just one of many things you have to remember, and it's annoying because when you're in the mix view, there's nothing to allow you to see that you have automation written or not.
think of this streaming data text as a kind of
So like what would happen is if I replayed it, you'd see me like, you'd see the faders moving.
comes across to the user as a portal to
We can go back. I'm trying to just
whatever the other.
get some of this stuff together first.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie
But good idea. We can go search for an 808, or I can find a synth or something that'll do it for us.
comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. Think of this
Snare's probably too loud.
as a kind of movie about
Oh, we're on intro. I gotta move to the full sequence. I'm just gonna do it here,
think of this
just so that it keeps playing instead of having only some of the stuff going.
movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital being. A book, the ultimate sin scripture.
And I wonder if maybe I should shift it out so that it starts on the 4th bar. Maybe, I don't know. Just like maybe a tiny bit.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind
All right, so first up, we've got, I shouldn't say first up, we've been doing a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's just, I'm going to erase any automation that may be on this track. We never used this, so we don't need mute. Let's just see if we can take this. We might be able to filter it out and do some fun stuff with it, just to use the same thing. We want, let's go low pass filter. I don't know, do you want to go dirty? Bit crush is probably a bit much. This was a kick that I've been distorting the heck out of.
Think of this streaming data text
Might be a little too loud.
movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital being. A book
pitch it down, but I don't know. Usually, like when I'm doing these, if I got the time, I try and balance
Think of this.
using like starting with like a 2 or 4 bar piece, kind of keep expanding it out. So you get kind of those like themes where you're playing the same thing, and then just try and pick some parts where you're like, I'm gonna go just play it live and keep tweaking it. So I think this still has. I mean, maybe it's fine, like with the extra junk on the end. I think it needs an envelope fix. Come on. Because there's like a click on the end. Might be, maybe I just have to go look at the sample here. It doesn't want to do it. I could try. It might be that I just have too much effects on the end here. What other weird stuff can we try here? Maybe just a plain old. All right, the filters, like without tweaking anything else, seems to have fixed it.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new.
Definitely too loud, but we can fix
A
that.
book about digital being. A book, the ultimate sin scripture.
Probably too much to. All right, if I'm going to play around with those a little bit in there, I'm going to need to switch to poly mode.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as a portal to the other, whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital being.
Some of those are a little weird.
Scripture.
try again.
Streaming data text is a kind of movie about a search engine.
I think the problem is just, ooh, wrong button. It's probably just too much leading in, like when it's in the intro. We just don't want it there, probably.
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine that comes across to the user as
Not even those three. They're no good.
whatever the other may be. A dysfunctional logic of creating interface value in the new media economy. A book about digital being. A book, the ultimate sin scripture. Think of this streaming data.
All right, yeah, we're getting weird. I don't know, am I done? How much more time do I got here? I got like probably 15 more minutes. Let's think about, I'm just because well, first, before I blow this up, I should save it as a project so I don't lose it. That is always the real concern. I probably should have saved a little bit earlier. 09. I don't know. Something is a perfectly fine name. I'm probably not going to sell it. I mean, I've just been posting it up on, I've been doing these daily tracks, putting them up on SoundCloud. I might come back to some of these and put something up on Bandcamp. I've been putting all these daily tracks I've been doing, and I might go back and do older stuff. I've been putting them on Patreon for any of the Patreon folks, but I don't know. I'm not super into advertising whatever stuff I'm doing. What the heck? My screen's frozen. How long's that been? I didn't notice.
Think of this.
I'm not losing. Am I dropping frames?
Think of this streaming data text as a kind of movie about a search engine.
I can't tell if I'm still streaming or not. It looks like I am.
To the user as a portal to the other. Whatever the other
Huh.
may be. A dysfunctional